Hello, true believer. MFSB back again with another adventure. This one, Lost Arrow Spire with my friends Tom and Jeff. Tom Rosecrans is the owner of Rock Sport, a climbing gym in upstate New York where I learned to climb back in the day. And Jeff, an old school friend of mine who is now a photographer. We were down in the valley for a 2-week bigwall trip, and as you saw in the previous episode, which was the road to the nose, we did a bunch of other things, but rather than then do an actual big wall, we kind of found out that our fitness wasn't enough to tackle a week on the wall, so we decided to drive up to Tuolumne and hike 8 miles in to Lost Arrow Spire Tip. Now, Tom has actually climbed this back in the 70s, but or maybe the 80s, but Jeff and I had never been up there. So after kind of an arduous hike, mostly due to the fact that I had a giant haul bag and not a backpack, we kind of just relaxed, took a nap, and then took a bunch of photos, watched the sunset over Half Dome, and just had a great day out at the top of the spire. It's very inspiring, and I definitely recommend that you go down there. And also, of course, the view is amazing. I have to apologize for my voice. I'm doing some voiceovers today, and I'm getting over being sick. But we woke up the next day. It was really cold. Jeff got up and laughed at me and threw his sleeping bag on top of me. And then I said, well, I have 2 sleeping bags. I'm not getting up. But eventually I did. And ironically, we found out that Tom and I had almost identical outfits. So it makes it a little difficult to tell us apart sometimes. But anyway, so glad Jeff was there, because not only did we get a lot of great photos, but we were able to kind of share the experience, and that was really cool. So what we wanted to do was wrap down, do the spire, but also tyroleon back. So the way to do this is we fixed a line, which is the blue line. Tom rappelled down into the notch, which apparently you can sleep there, but it's a little bit of a funnel, so if anything fell off, it would land on you, so maybe not. But anyway, so we both wrapped down to the notch, which is a fairly long rappel, and the green line was then going to be our lead line. So this is the fixed line here. You can see we have them tied together. So what we were going to do is lead up 2 pitches to the top of the spire, trailing the fixed line, so that when we got up, we could wrap down off the spire on the lead line, which is the green rope, and then jug up the fixed line, which is the blue rope. It'll make more sense when you see it. Tom was getting himself into position. He's clipped into the anchor there. You can see a great view of it's definitely a great beginning. I then led the 2 pitches. Super fun, very easy, just kind of straightforward aid climbing. Didn't need any hooks, no fixed gear, there's no hammer. It's still just, very clean climbing. The nice thing was, by the time we got going, not only were we in the sun, but it was much warmer. There's Jeff kind of overlooking from the side, and he took photos throughout. As you can see here, we would never have gotten shots like this if it was just us. The one thing I would say is I'm not a big slab climber, and the top out, as you could see there, was very slabby, so I'm glad I had my climbing shoes on and my approach shoes. But it is very straightforward and easy climb, and you have amazing views on all sides. I was kind of contemplating that hike up, which you can get to from the valley. It's a very steep hike, and the boys kind of decided they didn't want to do that. But I think the next time, if I came up again, I would rather do that and keep my car in the valley than drive all the way around and do such a long hike. But regardless, super great. I'm really psyched to go up and do the whole wall sometime. But if you do have a chance, it's fantastic. Get yourself a bear canister, get a permit, and go up there. Because not only do you get the amazing view and an incredible camping spot and a great climb, but you get to do this, which is unbelievable. So as I said before, we have the blue line, which is a fixed line from the top of the main cliff, and then the green line was our rappel line / lead line. So I'm rappelling down off the spire on the green line with my jugs on the fixed line, and as I rappel down, I'm jugging myself over so that I'm literally diagonally, going down and over and down and over and down and over, and eventually I'm completely off the rappel line and simply jugging on the lead line. Now Tom had a little more difficult portion of this because he had to rappel down the green line and then pull it out of the anchor. And he did a slight swing over onto the main face, but it was fine. Here you can see our fixed line there. And you just jug up at the end, pull up your 2 ropes, you leave no gear, no rope, nothing behind. Super, super bomb, amazing location, fantastic climb. Like I said, it's a big hump, but you'll love it. I did blow out my shoes, but what can you do? The nice thing about the hike is you get to do amazing things like, oh, there's a bear following us for a while. But, if you know what you're doing, it's more a pleasure than it is fearful. So definitely go to the valley and get up on the spire.